Welcome to the Imaginative Storm Writing Prompt of the Week. I'm Allegra Houston, recording this for you rather later in the day than usual. We do our Zoom on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, which is where I am in Taos, New Mexico. But I was on my way back from Mexico itself, old Mexico, this morning, and in an airport hotel in Albuquerque. And so I've waited till I got home to make this video for you. So we do this every week. We've been doing it for 4 years now, every Saturday. And a year ago, we added Thursdays. So twice a week, we hold a free Zoom for anyone who would like to Zoom in. And people come from literally all over the world. There's somebody in Australia, somebody in Japan, somebody in South Africa, people in various countries of Europe and Canada and Mexico who Zoom in to write to a prompt with us. Basically, it's writer playtime. We have a prompt, we make a list of words, we write for 10 minutes. We don't worry about trying to write well. Our goal is simply to surprise ourselves and have the creative satisfaction of making something that 10 minutes previously didn't exist in the world. And we do it in a group. We have a very welcoming, supportive community. So maybe one of these Saturdays or Thursdays, you will join us as well. So here's how we do it. We choose an image, my creative collaborator, James Navé, and we put it up on the screen for 2 minutes, during which time everybody writes a list of words. Whatever words pop into your head as you look at this image, words or very short phrases, write them down in a list. They don't have to have anything to do with the image. They don't have to have anything to do with one another. And then we'll come back after the 2 minutes and do the next thing. So here is your image for this week. After everyone has generated their own list of words, we go around the Zoom room and ask everyone to contribute one word or short phrase to a community list. And the lovely thing about this is it functions like a kind of collective imagination rather than a collective unconscious. And we can all draw on this community list as we like or not when we're writing. It gives us some things to work with, to play with that we might never have thought of otherwise, things that came from other people's imaginations. So I will read today's list for you now. You might like to write the words down because kind of, I don't know, something happens. I don't know why, but there's something that happens when something goes in your ear and out your hand. But if you don't catch them all or you don't want to, that's fine. I will put the list up again during the 10-minute writing time. So here is today's community list. Casual wear, difference, space between, squishy, robin's egg, uncertainty, complacency, waiting for the bus, far from earth, hungry, I'm still romantic, bored, take a jump to the left, first position, I hate pink, the fairies in the sidewalk, coolest kid ever, gold hangs empty, suspended, Jesus is red, a social species. So there you have it. We were a smaller group than usual this Saturday, but none the worse for that. So you now have two lists of words to work from, your own personal list and the community list, and you can use those words or not any way you like. Basically, I like to think of this 10 minutes coming up as a kind of playpen. And we've just thrown a whole bunch of toys into it for you, all those words and the image as well, your memory of the image. So you can play with whichever toys you want, just like any kid in a playpen can. You can use as many or as few of the words as you like when you write. I would just, look over the lists of words until one of them kind of hooks my imagination, kind of like a fish hook. And I start there, and maybe I'll use other words and maybe I won't. And maybe you'll use other words and maybe you won't. So you can put your pen down and write as fast as you can, or you can be a little more contemplative and write a little more slowly. We're not looking for length. We're certainly not looking for good writing. We're looking just to surprise ourselves, to write something that we've never written before, think a thought that we've never thought before, come up with an image that has never occurred to us before. And you do that by letting your imagination play. Don't think about it with your rational mind, what you should do, or is it good, or is this right? That's not the useful kind of thinking for this, but a more kind of easy, contemplative, I wonder what would happen if I stuck these two words together. Try that. And your 10 minutes starts now. Okay, so something does exist in the world that didn't exist 10 minutes ago. And now I'm going to ask you to let it make a little impact on the world by reading it aloud. We do this in our Zooms. We break out into smaller rooms so that 5 or 6 people hear what you read out. But even if you don't have anybody else in the room there with you, it's not an empty room. You're in it, and you are your most important audience. You will see if you develop this little practice of reading what you write aloud, you'll see that your body gives you a little hit of dopamine when you read out something that you like. And obviously it wants more of that. So it's a wonderful kind of subconscious, easy way to retrain your inner critic to not to criticize you, but to support you, to push you towards what you like about your writing. You find your voice, you feel your voice is making an impact on the air. And you find that the more you read what you wrote aloud, the more you like it. You like it much more than when you read silently on the page. And the more your confidence as a writer builds. So put me on pause and read what you wrote aloud. Before I go any further, I'll credit the image. It's a photo taken in Paris last week by my collaborator, James Navé, opposite the Bar du Marché in, I think it's the 6th or the 7th arrondissement. I'm not quite sure. It's in Saint-Germain. And moving along, if you would like to share what you wrote with more than simply the air in the room around you, we have a way for you to do that. It's called our Circle platform. And as well as being able to share your work there, you'll also find the full 4 years archive worth of writing prompts in case you'd like to work with another one here on YouTube or from the Circle. So here's how you get there. Go to imaginativestorm.com, scroll across the top navigation, and you will see Community. A drop-down menu pops up or drops down, and you'll see Imaginative Storm on Circle. Click on that, and that will take you to the community page, this particular part of it. Click on the image, and that will take you to the Circle site. If it's your first time, it will ask you to make a login name and password, but it's free. And once you've done that, you can explore the other parts of it in this left-hand navigation column, or you can just go straight to Prompt of the Week. And there you will find an archive of all the prompts we've done every week for more than 3.5 years now. And the most recent one is at the top. When you click on one, you'll see what it is. You'll see a link to the YouTube recording. You'll see the image, and you'll see the word list. And then you'll see, as you scroll down, you'll see what other people have written. Sometimes people upload an audio of them reading it, and other people can comment on what they liked about what people have posted. And if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a box that says, "What are your thoughts?" And that is the place to type in what you wrote to the prompt. While you're at imaginativestorm.com, you might like to check out some of the other things we have. Some books for writers. We have Write What You Don't Know, which is sort of our flagship. It is the book of the Imaginative Storm method, and it exists also in an audio course, which you can download and listen to on whatever podcast platform you use. And it's also a video course if you prefer to see me and Navé talking to you rather than just listen to us. We also have another course, The Manageable Memoir, and other books for writers. And we do live workshops as well, both on Zoom and in person. As I record this at the end of March 2025, the next one is coming up here in Taos in April from the 20th to the 24th. We actually have one spot left because somebody canceled. It was sold out. So if you're interested and you're watching this video promptly after I've put it up, just contact us at imaginativestorm.com. You go there, you'll find a contact page. And if you'd like to book a phone call, we can do that. And I could tell you more about how we do our live 4-day workshops. We'll also be doing another one in Asheville, North Carolina in November. And I do my solo 5-day memoir writing workshop in Nova Scotia in October. So you'll find all of that information at imaginativestorm.com. Thank you very much for joining us today, and happy writing.